This is an original piece called Voicemail. Late 2020, now the bullet should feel the same. I was so young, I thought that nothing could ever change. I wish I told you in a million-hour delay. I'll get up, call you anyway. I wish I told you that I've never felt the same. If I had one thing to say to you, it would be that in the past you showed me it's true. I fell down 1,000,000 times and I walked through many lines, but I couldn't have gotten up without you. Give me a shot now, I need your hand. Just be real and let me understand why we wasted all this time. I'm sick of giving it another day. I'm sick of waking up the same way. Can we just give it a chance? I was a fool who thought that you would run to me. I rushed my shot and I lost everything. If I got one chance to say this to you, if I got one chance to prove that it's true, I got one chance right now. If I had one thing to say to you, it would be that in the past you showed me it's true. I fell down 1,000,000 times and I walked through many lines, but I couldn't have gotten up without you. Give me a shot now, I need your hand. Just be real and let me understand why we wasted all this time. I'm sick of giving it another day. I'm sick of waking up the same way. Can we just give it a chance? Yeah, can we just give it a chance? Yeah, can we just give it a chance?
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I wrote this poem during quarantine in March 2020, when the rink, for the first time in my life, got shut down. Missing skating. In my dream, I'm gliding on the ice, flowing, breathing, living my life. I push smooth, soft strokes, my legs extending outwards, 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 to a point where it seems like there's no end. I startle awake by my sister shouting from downstairs. It's 8:45. I stumble across my room and head onto our stationary bike. I start pedaling, not moving anywhere, not free or flowing, but staying in the same old place. I start to pick up cadence, pedaling faster and faster and faster, hoping that one day I can again be free to move. Where I'm from a spark from a warm fireplace on bitter nights. I'm from just try it, you'll like it, even after I already refused to try the thing waiting on my plate. I'm from the smell of fresh baked cookies cooling down in the oven. I'm from Runnymede Road, where you can find me in the house at the top of the hill. I'm from lace skates, waiting to glide on the ice where I fly. I'm from bend and extend, my legs stretching a mile long. From the frosty air and the chill touch that brushes back my hair as I whiz by. And from Slava, Nick, and Penny, where one day I hope I can be as good as them. And from Benny Baloney, whose fur is now worn out. From seashells that weren't swept away by the tide. Old friendship necklaces that promised we'd be best friends forever. They lied. A telescope I remember gazing into the skyline of stars. And from Nicole and Kai, and from generations back. And from a garden smearing wet dirt on my fingers. From pretzel buns and Starbucks that uses too many plastic straws. And from stick up for yourself when I'm too shy not to. From Miss Schaefer, who never yells, from always being in a car while I travel mile after mile. As I look at each member of my family, sisters, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, I try to see if there's anything identical about all of us. I have my mother's blue eyes, my sister and I share a passion for skating, I get my piano skills from my uncle, and I share a name with my great-grandma. Despite all our flaws and differences, we are all a family, and that is enough.
This is an original excerpt that I wrote a couple years ago called The Road from Utopia. Chapter 1. Welcome to the world of Callista, the perfect utopian society. There is no crime, hate, or bad things allowed. The people of Callista live perfectly normal utopian lives, they thought. To make sure of this, Callista is held in with a bubble. Nobody escapes the bubble. May 22nd, 3082. Hello and welcome all to the Callistian Soulmate Ceremony. Each child will be called up in alphabetical order and all decisions made will be final, the announcer sternly explained. Everybody got a bouquet of flowers and then were directed to sit back down. The next thing I remember is that the announcer went through names quickly. I wasn't paying a lot of attention due to the fact I was really nervous. I saw the people I've known for years get up and get their own soulmate. They almost felt like different people. I clutched my hands together and looked down, taking deep breaths to calm myself. When the announcer called my best friend Claire, I couldn't help but look at her. I'd never seen her this excited. I continued to look down at my hands. I was only 5 names behind her. I had this feeling like I was going to lose her, but she looked like she'd been waiting for this day for years. Suddenly, something in me didn't feel right. It just kind of hit me. My heart suddenly felt like it was pounding harder and harder. It was an aching, squeezing feeling that rushed through me in a painful way. I heard something out in the distance, like a ball had fallen off the table and shattered into billions of pieces. I quickly fell to the ground on my knees, my head aching and squeezing. I put my hand to my head, trying to numb the pain, but nothing seemed to work. I would describe it as a piercing sound that irritated and blasted through my ears. I could hear someone screaming my name, Callie, Callie! But I was too weak and struggled to get myself off the floor. The worst part was, I wasn't the only one that was affected. Every other kid my age looked like they had the same headache. I couldn't see much. Really anything, actually. It was like all of Callista's lights were off, making the city pitch black. It didn't come with a warning. It just happened. I heard people yelling, screaming, things crashing. All hell broke loose. It was terrifying. I wanted to run away as soon as possible, but it was as if I was trapped in a corner, powerless. I felt a rush of memories flood through my brain like a waterfall. Memories of embarrassment and betrayal had all come back to me, all in that one moment. All of the bad memories I'd previously forgotten about were back. I felt broken, betrayed, and confused. Callista was pitch black.
Sarah, what's the emergency? What's going on?
Everything. Look, my mom doesn't know how to handle like the other Tana moms, okay? She staples my dress. It's too long, I keep tripping on it, so I put on these heels. They're too shiny, so I had to snap wear those, and she said she's not buying me new ones because we just bought those. Then I tried to put on lipstick, but it's not bringing out the green in my eyes. Then I tried to put on these earrings, and you said no jewelry, and now I just look bad, and I smell bad, and nothing's working. I don't have time!
What are you doing all of this for?
It's December 17th.
Yes.
At school.
Why should I be at school?
It's the concert. It starts in an hour.
No. The concert. It's all virtual this year. Don't you remember?
What?
Yes, it's an all virtual concert.
No, that can't be right. I didn't record anything.
Yes, we've done recordings. We've been doing recordings the past couple weeks.
Oh, no!
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing on bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time, it's a
I am a recovering perfectionist. And as a recovering perfectionist, I can tell you from experience that the side of perfectionism that everyone seems to see is the good side. You know, being a high achiever, academic accolades, seemingly having your life together. But what no one really sees is the fear. The fear of disappointing everyone, the fear of being exposed that one day everyone is going to wake up and see how flawed you really are. The fear that you are a waste of space because you are not and will never be perfect. One day a year ago, I decided to stop pretending that everything was okay. You see, every year at my high school, the seniors write a speech to present in English class, and students usually write about something they've learned through their high school experience or a message that they'd like to leave behind to their younger peers. I decided to share my struggle with perfectionism through a spoken word poem. Today, whenever I perform this poem, I'm taken back to the person I was a year ago and am reminded of how stuck and unhappy I felt, but also of the progress I've made since then. And so today, I'm so excited to share with you that poem, An Open Letter to Perfectionism. Dear perfectionism, you're an old friend of mine. You've been by my side for as long as I can remember. In fact, I don't know what my life would be like without you. Remember in the 4th grade when I'd get less than 100 on a spelling test and you'd tell me it was a testament to my inability to amount to anything? Remember in the 6th grade when I'd turn in an assignment late and of course you would be there to berate me for being so undisciplined and uninspired. Remember how throughout high school you'd sit next to me at award ceremonies, at competitions that I actually enjoyed doing until you began whispering, second place? Might as well have gotten last. First place good, second place bad. Remember when you sat me down one day and said, obviously you're too stupid to get it, so let me spell it out for you. P for the people you need to please and the potential you lack. E for the effort you must give, commit to the path. R for the relentless pursuit of the goal, get with the program. F and E for flawlessness and excellence, not fun and excitement, because who needs that when you could be perfect? C for constantly criticizing yourself, your flaws must be exposed. T for all the time you must devote. So do you get it now? Do you understand? Shut up. Don't say you can't do it, you must, because this is what it takes to be good enough. Dear perfectionism, most people have an angel perched on one shoulder, a devil sitting on the other, but I have you. A big brother watching me, driving me insane. You've built a room 101 inside of my brain, and I'm strapped to the chair. On my wrist is a chain, and you've got a cage full of every mistake I've ever made, and there's no escape. Because you've got an evolutionary advantage. These opposable thumbs ain't got nothing on your talons, and yours are virtually irretractable. You're an animal. But you're also ice and fire. The situation's turning dire because you're melting my confidence, leaving me frozen in inaction, burning up my dreams and extinguishing my passion. It's like I have a mental autoimmune disease. Someone help me, please, because my mind is attacking its own thoughts, making it hard to breathe, making me fall to my knees, saying, perfectionism, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm average. I'm sorry that I let you down just like I let everybody else in my life down. And I'm sorry that it will never be enough, that I will never be enough, that I will never be perfect. Dear perfectionism, throughout my life, I've read book after book about utopias and dystopias, how attempting to build the perfect world only ever leads to a devastated one. And so I'm looking in the mirror, hearing you whisper in my ear, realizing your instruction is only driving me to destruction. I'm realizing that a utopia is just a metaphor for everything I've been fighting for, and dystopia is the reality of what my life will turn out to be if I'm constantly trying to be perfect. And so it's finally time. It's time to say goodbye to these bad habits gone awry, because I've learned over the years that perfection isn't worth the tears and that I'll never get there anyway. Dear perfectionism, I had an epiphany that the one who's been letting you control me is me, because I'm the one who put these chains on my brain. I'm the one who keeps myself in pain. But just as I'm the one who can choose to remain the same, I have the power to choose to walk away. And so this is my rejection, my defection from your grasp, because I'm done with this infection. It's all misdirection. I'm overthrowing your reign over my mind along with my obsessive fear of failure. This is what the French call a coup d'etat, a rebellion of an internal nature. And so no longer do you control me, because once I let you go, I'll be free to make mistakes, to finally be me, to come in second place without wanting to scream, to be okay with who I am, and to finally show the world that it's okay for me to be imperfect. Dear perfectionism, I've just finished my first year of university, and there's been some major change, because my freshman 15 wasn't 15 pounds, but the 15 years I lost to self-doubt because perfectionism, you're just an old friend. And it's time for me to transcend. Dear perfectionism, this is the end. Thank you.
I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
Four.
Circles. 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 You two forward. Start like forward. Stopping line. Yes. Okay, the hug. Hold the pose. And then in the shoe circle switch. Around, 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 around. Circle and switch. Okay, just keep circling. And then you're ready to boom, 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 boom. Or swan. Start like forward. You keep on. Start like forward. Back in line. This is it. Oh, the hug. Okay, pose, 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 pose. Okay, forward. You two forward. Us forward. Back in line. What are we doing? Just groove in place. Canada down. Okay. Down. Together. Away. Together into the whoop. The tiny swivel. Okay, oh, together, over, out, in, over, together, out, in, over, out, in, over. And be strong. No, just kidding. Pose, 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 pose. Just groove in place. If you're a bit lost, just grooving. Pose. Go forward, backwards, forward, backward line, get a dip. Oh, the home. Pose, 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 jump.
We're not doing that one, are we?